Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes podcast. I'm Bert Lepore. He's Damien Carlo. We're hanging here with Angry Mike D, and we talk about music, movies, and so much more.
All right, here we are. We're back. Another episode, Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes, episode 60. This one, we're going to discuss a couple topics that are newish. One is the release of the Beatles Get Back documentary, and then we're going to talk about the Kiss Destroyer 45th anniversary edition, remaster, or whatever how you want to call it, deluxe, super deluxe, this and that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like every 5 years, you know, after you hit 20, actually when a band hits like a 20th anniversary or something, then like you could expect something every 5 years, something brand new.
I've been seeing on 10s now too. So
yeah. Like, well, you get, 20, 25 years, 30 years, 35th anniversary. It's like, when does it end?
That's like grumpiness.
And how much stuff can you keep on like recycling and stuff? But
yeah, well,
we'll talk about that and see what our thoughts are.
All right, let's
speaking of recycling.
Speaking of recycling, let's get into the Beatles.
Get Back. Yeah.
All right, Damon, let's start with you. What do you got on this? Yeah,
well, I'm not like I'm not a self-proclaimed Beatles historian. I'm more of a casual fan. It's no doubt that they're, if not the greatest, definitely in the top 3 all time. Like, even I would even say musical acts. I mean, of the pop, from like the 50s on, I guess, but I always like documentaries like this, where it's gives you the fly on the wall approach, not like, a lot of documentaries you see now, they're usually like, they'll show like a band or whoever like in action, and then they'll interview them individually and ask them their thoughts, of whatever was going on. But this is definitely like a fly on the wall perspective of what's going on.
Well, what's the lifespan of a fly? Is it like, it's kind of short, because this fly lived a bit long there.
Yeah, it's an 8-hour long documentary that it was filmed over a month. I mean, I'm sure they have.
They said they have
more.
60 hours worth of footage it has.
And believe me, Disney will milk every bit of that.
Oh, of course. But the reason why they did it is because the original one put the band in a negative light, what was going on at the time, and it wasn't really, I guess, Peter Jackson wanted to show what really went on. And from what I saw, I didn't really see that much turmoil.
Not at all. Yeah,
there was a little bit, but it just kind of reminded me of like normal, typical band shit. If anything, they look like they were really enjoying each other's company. I was kind of surprised how it seemed like George was the one that really was picked on. And I remember when we had Dan Williams on, he mentioned that also, that George was like the youngest one, and Paul sort of I guess kind of like, maybe not bullied, but kind of like really picked on him a bit. And you kind of saw that a little bit. And then, George kind of got pissed off and he kind of like quit the band, and then came back 5-6 days later or whatever. But, it was just cool to see them in the whole creative process is what I really enjoyed, seeing them write these songs in that moment. Actually just seeing them Get Back right there.
On the spot,
right in front of our eyes. You don't really, documentaries don't really show that of a band, and it definitely was real. I mean, I think some stuff you see is from other bands is kind of like just done, almost like acting, like reality TV,
or it's edited a certain way.
Yeah, right. But that's one thing you don't see is like a band
drama. There's really no drama.
Yeah.
You
usually see them in a studio where the songs are already written, them working things out, but the songs they're done at that point. But this Beatles thing, they were writing the song, show the whole writing process, which was cool
Yeah.
to see.
It was neat. I think it was neat for somebody who does music. Somebody who don't do music, probably a little boring.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
For me,
8 hours,
I was interested in it. But that's what we do. We get together. And that's how we write. But like, I'll turn it to Mike. Like somebody like Mike who's interested in music, likes the Beatles, but does he need to see them sit there and write it for fucking 9 hours?
Probably not. I mean,
well, and I'm going to give you part of my deal too, because not just that. I mean, I thought it was cool to see all that stuff, but in a certain sense, it's like you're asking magicians to see their tricks, and I really don't. I like to be kind of mystified by the Beatles. To say, I don't like. To me, that's kind of like dissecting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was wild to see them do that. It was
cool. Really cool.
It was cool to see them do that.
Yeah.
And you actually got to see like it was true about like the whole Yoko thing, how like she was like
she was
there for what reason?
Hip.
She was she was attached to the hip, but she really didn't say anything. I don't think she kind of was quiet.
No, I mean she seemed pretty cool. So,
but she was like that girlfriend. It was just the guy brings the band practice.
I feel like I didn't watch enough because I noticed at one point it looked like I don't know what she was. It looked like she pulled like a chicken cutlet out of her bag and like a couple pieces of it and put it back in. And then she was like, I don't know, crocheting or something later on. I kind of tapped shortly after that. So.
You know what it reminded me of? And I think I know what you're talking about because I was watching this the other night. And obviously they didn't have them at that time, but it almost looked like she was dicking around on her iPhone.
I was thinking the same thing at that point. I'm like, it looks like she's on a fucking phone right there.
Right.
Oh my God. But you figure, hey, unless she's a time traveler, which who knows, but
yeah.
Oh no knows. Who knows? Oh no.
But yeah, I mean, I do agree. I mean, look, you got to be kind of like a diehard music fan or Beatles fan to really watch. I mean, it's fucking like 8 hours. There's a lot of stuff. I mean,
I even was getting a little bit. I'm like, wow, they're just sitting in a room, and it was cool for the first hour. And I'm like, all right, I get it. It's cool to see them do it. It's cool because it's the Beatles doing it, and it's interesting. It's interesting because a lot of people don't know how some songs are written, and it's not like, hey, I got an idea, let's make a song. It's 3 minutes long. A 3-minute song, man, it could take fucking a long time. Recording it's even longer. And people, I think people who don't do it don't realize how much goes into it.
Yeah.
Mike,
my favorite part of that, Bert, I think, was the where they were sneaking them in during the interview.
Yeah, that was great. That was great.
And what were those girls called? I forget. I should have wrote it down.
I didn't know
they had some kind of weird name they called them,
like some fan thing,
like the Apple Scuds or something like that. Like I'm wrong, but like something like weird. I'm like it sounded pretty and nasty at the same time.
As they were like interviewing them, they were George was sneaking in, Paul was sneaking in. It was fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah. With the two girls you're talking about,
yeah,
right? Yeah. I saw that. You know what? Like if I get some free time, like when I'm doing like when I'm on my lunch break or something and I have nothing to do, I'm just kind of curious. Like, there's got to be somebody probably has done this already online. Like, where are they now?
Yeah.
Like what are those two girls?
I think
in search of the
shit like that. Yeah, girls. I thought that was kind of cool.
What's funny?
Like, they're walking in and they're just talking to them.
It's funny that the first time I tried to meet Gene Simmons, the very first time, I think it would have been the Crazy Nights tour, and they were staying at the Hotel Bellevue, and everybody was waiting to meet Gene, and the bus was here, and then the back was there, and then then your front was the bus was near the front, and everybody's like, oh, here he comes. Everybody runs that one way, and he pops out the other way. I was like, nah, I know. You stay on the other side.
I just picture you sneaking in the food tray, Albert.
No. Yeah. No. But so the diversion was great. That was a pretty crafty diversion. They're interviewing the girls as the guys are sneaking in. Great.
Yeah.
Great diversion, man.
Yeah, you know what? I'm sure those two girls, they stayed there all
probably
waiting for them to come out too. But yeah, that was kind of funny to see that.
It was crazy looking at the way everybody was dressing back in the day. Oh, they all had the big fur coats and George Harrison, boy, flamboyant. A lot of crazy.
Those red boots, man.
Them boots.
Yeah.
I remember those boots.
It was funny, like in the first episode you saw, especially like early on, like, Paul's like working out a song and he's telling Ringo what to play. Like, yeah, do this, and Ringo plays something like totally not that.
Yeah.
Totally different. Like he clearly did not give a fuck.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you from watching this documentary, you could clearly see that Paul's the boss. Paul looks like he's running everything, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I would have thought it'd been John would have been a little more involved. John was kind of like just going along with
maybe
it.
Early on, I think maybe things were different at that point. So I think Paul just was the guy because nobody else wanted to be that guy. And I don't know. I mean, Dan Williams would be the guy to ask.
Yeah.
But,
we got to ask Dan.
From what I understand, that's pretty much what happened.
Like I heard, like what was it, the Abbey Road? It sounded like John was in charge of that the way it was going.
Well, Abbey Road kind of was recorded before Let It Be, which is confusing to me always. Right?
Yeah.
I know, no. Abbey Road was recorded after Let It Be, but they released it before. Something crazy.
Yeah,
like that.
something like that. Right. Because Let It Be was the last record.
That was the last record. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, maybe the White Album I'm thinking of.
You're thinking of White Album, I think. But so like if they were breaking up during that them sessions, they were pretty much writing Abbey Road at the same time, is my guess. I think we can actually hear, I think, some of it when in the documentary too. But
I'm not sure on the timeline, but I mean, that was done in early '69, I think, and they did put out an album in '70, which was Let It Be, right?
Yeah.
So from what I understood was that Let It Be was recorded before this one.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
No, Let It Be was recorded.
Okay, I'm looking at it right now. Let It Be was recorded before
yeah.
that. It was recorded. One of the songs February '68, and they recorded more in January '69, and then January and April of '70. So it looks like it was like 3 different sessions.
Yeah, and that's crazy. I mean, I don't know why they flip-flopped them. I thought that was that's kind of strange. I would love to know the answer to that. I have to ask Dan what the reason on that. I mean, overall, I thought it was pretty good. It was a little long. I think if you're a musician, it's very interesting. If you're a crazy Beatles fan, it's very interesting. For the common guy, you could have gave him a 45-minute to an hour documentary. It would have been nice to maybe have somebody narrate some of the stuff instead of, when they put the stuff to read. It'd been cool to have like a narrator, I thought, maybe.
Well, they did have some of that stuff that would pop up on the screen, but they would kind of tell you,
like maybe not like maybe a Morgan Freeman or something. I don't know. Somebody told.
I mean, look, I mean, we could complain it was too long. There's people out there that want more. Saying, "Oh man, I can't wait for the director's cut." It's like, dude, it's 8 hours long. But look, I mean, we're not talking about your ordinary band. I mean,
right.
Beatles were only around for a short period of time, and people just clamor for anything. And it's like, if they're the greatest, thing in pop culture ever, I mean, you want as much possible.
Sure.
Deservingly so,
Sure. I can't believe they've only been around for that short period of time. It's crazy.
Truthfully, I want less of celebrities, more of their work. I don't fucking give a shit about their personal life, or I don't want to ruin the mystique in a certain way. Your favorite artist a total fucking douchebag or whatever. Today everybody wants to see everything. They want to see the magic, and then they want to see how the trick was done. It's like,
right. Mm-hmm.
Well, that is the problem.
I agree.
Like, I just want the actors just go out there and act. Like, I don't want to see your freaking behind the scenes looking into your life. It's just everybody does it now, and it's like,
well, yeah, I mean, you can thank social media, Instagram. I mean,
right.
What everyone is having for breakfast every day. I mean, it's like, I don't care. Just
who's this religion, who's that religion? It's like, who's a vegan, who's a meat eater. It's
dude, I do not care
who poses in thongs.
Right. I don't care what someone's personal opinions are on something, but and whatever it is, it's not going to make me not like their movies or music. Or
right.
whatever.
I like them for whatever their personal thing is, their personal thing. If I like their music or whatever, it's a different story.
Right.
I agree.
But that's the thing. But it's tough to separate sometimes, though.
No, it is. It is. I mean, I try not to pay attention to any of that
Yeah. Like
stuff.
I love Gene. Gene talks some crazy nonsense sometimes.
Yeah.
I just ignore it. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, but there's a lot of people out there say, fuck that guy. He stands with this person. He believes in that, and I don't fucking care, man.
Right.
If I was like that, then I what fun is life?
Well, dude, I think Sebastian Bach is an awesome singer. Love him. Great. As far as his general political stuff, I could care less.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Same thing with Nuge. Same thing with Ted Nuge. It's like, I don't
Yeah.
care. Your opinion's your opinion. That's cool. You believe what you want to believe. That's cool. But you don't have to push it on anybody else. You do what's best for you think.
To me, it's entertainment. I just want to be entertained. I don't care. I don't care what your feelings are.
Right. Fuck your feelings.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah. Now it's weird. Speaking of the Beatles thing, they were going through, I guess, that whole India thing. Wherever religion.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the Indian guy was here just hanging out?
Yeah, which I think
he was like he might have been Harry Krishna. I don't know.
Yeah, it was the
Maharaja.
Yeah,
Maharaja.
But I think they were all into it at the time, but George was like the only one to kind of like stick with it, and I think John and Paul afterwards thought it was like a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, anyway. I think it was a guy that was getting paid just to be
just like everything, just like everything else.
A muse. Said the word muse.
Yeah.
It's still all about money at the end of the day. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So I want to go with the Beatles. It was good for what it was. If you're a super fan or a musician, you would enjoy it more. If you were a casual fan, maybe an hour is good for you. What do you think, Damo?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if actually I am a casual fan and I really enjoyed it. I like the length because I think the whole, seeing a band like that and the songwriting process, it really intrigues me and is sort of.
But you are a musician also, so that does.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. So I'm just saying, for me, but if, I don't need to see something on, I don't need an 8-hour documentary on Martha Stewart's behind the scenes cooking shows. I don't care
behind the Christmas cookie.
Yeah, or I don't care. It does nothing for me. So
yeah, exactly. Mike D.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much with Damien on this too. It's cool, And I will say, guess what? I mean, it was shot really nice too. Like, and on top of it, it was cleaned up. Like, I guess, like it really looked nice.
Footage looked great. The footage looked great, man.
But I mean, I'm a fan of the Beatles. I love the Beatles since I was a little kid. I like listening to them. It's like, I'll pick up little tidbits in here and there. You learn about stuff like that. But as far as like, it's just, I don't know, too much. Like, I think if I watched the whole thing, I might ruin it for me.
You get bored, probably. Yeah. Yep.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying it wouldn't ruin the Beatles for me, but it's like I just said earlier, it's like, I want to listen to the Beatles and not think about that stuff.
Yep.
I don't want to think about how the process came when I listen to it. I just want to listen to the Beatles. So,
gotcha. I mean, the one thing I think is kind of cool to wrap it up is that I just think as a songwriter, I think it's cool to watch how shit's broken down, how you change different parts, how some parts go up in different songs. It's an interesting puzzle, if I could put it that way. Mm-hmm. It's not an easy puzzle. There's your format, it's an interesting songwriting process. Is interesting. So, I've talked before about listening to someone like Roy Orbison or one of those older guys. And if you break down the songs and see how a song's put together, it's usually way more complicated than most people know. Even say, oh, the AC/DC has the same 3 chords. There's some complication somewhere in there. It's wherever the melody or whatever, it derives from. So it's cool to see somebody working on it and working out parts, because your original ideas, most of us know that you come up with, Dame hands me a song. It might be, oh, this is great. And maybe the chorus isn't in the singer's range, or maybe the chorus just sounds like something else, or it's flat, or it just don't have that energy. You have to change a chord. You have to change a note. It's like little stuff like that. And, changing a note, sustaining a note, anything could change. It could change dynamics, little stuff that does get changed. Very rarely does a song come in by somebody that sticks exactly the way it is. It gets massaged and moved around, But all in all, that's pretty damn cool for the Beatles documentary. Let's move on to the 45th anniversary of Destroyer. And before we start this off here, I actually have my original copy here of Destroyer. I have two.
Oh yeah.
So that's when I was a kid. I got that, and then I also got. That's my second copy. This was my first copy. And my first copy, you can see, because I was a young kid. I don't know why, but I drew all over their faces. It's like, I don't know if you can see that, but
yeah,
like all pen and stuff like that.
Paul's in blue face.
Yeah,
what's wrong with you?
What was I thinking? What was I thinking, man?
That's funny.
And thanks. Now I feel all left out because you went and grabbed your Kiss albums, and I'm sitting here empty-handed.
Come on.
Shucks.
I would have brought out my cassette tape of it if I knew.
That was the first album I ever had. That was my first album bought, was the one with me drawing on their faces. That's my I still have my very first Kiss record. So moving on to the 45th Deluxe. Now I know I think Damien also purchased the two disc vinyls.
The Deluxe.
Yeah, the Deluxe, because no need for all that for me. I mean, I'm past that point. As much as I like Kiss, I'm past all that point.
I mean, a lot of the stuff, most of the stuff I've heard, it's as far as like the demos. I mean, I've heard pretty much all.
The Paris show, we know the Paris show pretty well. I mean, we all heard that show.
Actually, I never heard that.
You never heard the Paris show?
No,
I think it was originally Stoned in Paris. I remember buying the bootleg when I was a kid.
I was never really big into the live bootlegs. Like I never really.
I used to get it from Noise Pollution. Had a bunch of them all the time up.
I bought a couple, on cassette, and it was. It's like a souvenir from a concert, but it's just hard. Some of them are kind of hard to listen to.
Yeah, some of them, especially back then. But looking at this, the Ultra Deluxe, the Super Deluxe box set. I mean, it comes with a lot of stuff, and it looks really, really nice. It's $200. I ain't spending $200 on that at this point in my life.
I don't need that.
No, but. So me and Dane both settled for the 2-disc vinyl version, which was, under $40, $35, something like that. And it seemed like, it's got the Destroyer record. Well, I'm going to talk about especially the second disc of it.
Well, my Deluxe is coming in the mail tomorrow.
Mike's got his in the mail. It's on the wait list. Yeah. Santa Claus is bringing it. But, so, they kind of, what they did was, it's a little bit different than the Super Deluxe, where some of the demos and stuff, they kind of mishmashed them up. It wasn't the exact order on the disc that was in the Super Deluxe. Mm-hmm. So it's like, fuck, I wish I got one of these demos instead of that demo. I got the demo I didn't want. I'm like,
Yeah, I think they put the best sounding ones on this Deluxe version.
On the double,
Yeah.
Yep. So let's start off with the first disc. As far as overall sound, Dame, for the Destroyer part, the regular album part, what was your thoughts on it?
I thought it sounds great. I picked up the few years ago the Bob Ezrin one was it the 40th or the 30? No, I think it was the 35th anniversary one, and that was actually all remixed. People get confused with remixed and remastered. This one here, this new 45th, is remastered.
Yeah, which is more EQ and stuff like that.
Yeah. The one that Bob Ezrin did like 10 years ago was different remixes, which is a little bit more appealing to me because
really, what do you mean by remix? Like
the levels
stuff?
No, like
different levels. Yeah, like maybe there's like an acoustic guitar buried in the track. Right. Like he would bring it up a little. So you're hearing different things, which it makes a song sound like you're listening to a new song, like for the first time, Right. So I really like that version. There was like alternate guitar solos he put in. It just sounded, not better, but it was just different. It was cool to hear that, But this is the guy from Porcupine Tree, I think, is the band.
Porcupine Tree. Yeah, I heard of them.
Steven.
They're like something. A prog band.
Like prog. Yeah. So he actually does a lot of remasters now.
Yeah.
it's like his side gig or something.
Yeah, and that's a whole different art, man.
Yeah, it's
Usually you have a guy, an engineer that records your stuff, and then they send it out after they mix it. They send it out to somebody else to master it. It's because you need different ears, and
it's a totally different thing.
Yeah.
So this guy, he from Porcupine Tree, he remastered this album, and dude, it sounds great. You know, I kind of like the I always like the intro and the car crash and all that. So there's like tracks. I think it's on the Super Deluxe version. There's just tracks of that, just the intro, and then just the car crash, and you know, you just seeing how they put it together.
If you listen close, you can hear Gene Simmons fart.
Yeah, dude, it's not like, you know, it's like one of those things. Like, it's not really like, oh, I'm going to buy it because I want the track where I could just hear the car crash. It's like, who really cares? But it's on there and it's cool to hear.
Yep. And the cool thing about it, when you because me and Dame talked about this, when you order from Amazon, it was an audio rip. So the cool thing about the audio rip was we bought the 2-disc version, which we got, you know, the vinyl. But because it came in an audio rip, we got the Super Deluxe version in the audio rip.
Oh man, the cat's out of the bag. You've ruined the secret.
Hey, I was happy. I called up Dame. Dame, did you get the whole thing? He's like, wow, you check for an email. Then he got the email. Was like, oh shit, I got everything.
I didn't even know about it.
Yeah,
but I did listen to a lot of those songs because everything is on Spotify.
Yeah.
So you can listen to the Super Deluxe version on Spotify. Everything is there, you know.
But I don't need 95 versions shouted out loud or whatever. I just don't. Just give me
mono mix, and you know, there was there's like the radio. There's like all these radio mixes where
too
all the
much
songs
for
were
me.
like 2.5 minutes. You know,
I do when they do that, like the edit of Detroit Rock City, when they take out how can you take that out? Some of them parts.
Yeah, right.
It's just not the same. But Destroyer is such a good record, and man, the remaster sounds great. It really sounds great. I got to pick up the Ezrin version. I do.
Yeah, I have that on vinyl.
Yeah, I got to pick that up because I think Walmart might have for like $25 or something.
They did, yeah.
You know, it's funny because
colored vinyl, I think.
Resurrected, as what it was called. Like,
it's like as a kid, I think I would have wanted like, you know, the whole thing of it, of something like that.
As a kid,
to have. But it's like, you know, and it's like, but you couldn't afford it, right? Like, how are you going to afford $200? Like, you know, when you're like in high school,
right?
But when you get an adult, it's like, first it's like, man, I don't need all that shit, and I'm not paying that much money for it, even though I can afford it.
Yeah, well, that version, it's basically they give you all the trinkets, you know.
There's a lot in there too.
Yeah. I don't need.
I don't have room for all that shit anymore.
Yeah, it's just
exactly.
But I thought this was the best deal. The packaging is
beautiful. Yeah.
It's really good. Yeah, I mean, it's you know, you get the whole booklet and everything with the pictures, and
booklet is unbelievable.
The whole story.
It breaks down everything
of how they made the record and everything, which I honestly haven't even really looked at everything yet.
Yeah, the booklet's good. I'm halfway through it. I only read some of it, but it talks a lot about like the sessions. It's all about the Destroyer session. So it even talks about where, you know, Ace Frehley and Bob Ezrin, not that they didn't get along, but Ace is more laid back. Ezrin was more full throttle. And it talks like, you know, Ace, you know, saying that Ace thought he was a genius and thought he was an amazing producer or engineer, whatever, you know. And but you know, Ace was more in that gritty rock and roll kind of thing, and Bob was into making a masterpiece kind of deal. So yeah, so it's got a lot of that kind of stuff in it, which is really cool. Stories that we probably heard most, you know, before. Yeah. But the booklet's beautiful, man. There's so many cool pictures.
Yeah.
Like you know, I mean, you got a ton of stuff. It even shows you like the singles, and the booklet is really, really cool. Actually, my favorite part of the booklet is this. I love this stuff.
Oh yeah. The track list, the track
list and all that stuff. That's great stuff. Like, you know, that's the stuff I enjoy. I mean, that's the dirt. That's the, you know, that's the stuff. But so Mike, what you think on the remaster sound of it?
Yes, so I really like the album Begin What's End. And right when you stuck that on, I'm like, man, this sounds really good.
Yeah.
I'm like, you could tell right away. It just it has a great sound to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's let's get into that second disc. Let's talk about the demos. So
Mhm.
we're gonna start off with I'll start off with Damien. God of Thunder, the demo that Paul came in with.
Yeah, it's like really fast. It's got like this shredding guitar in the intro. Like these like guitar, like it almost reminds me of like, Bill and Ted. It's like there's like that stuff going on in there, and it's like really fast. It's got like this disco beat, almost like a disco drum beat, and it's pretty cool to hear, him do that, because it doesn't really. I mean, most people probably didn't even know that he wrote that song because
Right.
that personality is all Gene,
Absolutely. Mike D, what's your opinion on it?
Yeah, I mean, that was always one of my favorite Kiss songs anyway. And when I heard that Paul original, I'm like, oh man, because I'm not a huge Paul fan. So, but guess what, man? It still wasn't bad. Like if he did it.
No.
It was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
It was neat. It was so fast. I mean, I heard this demo before, but it's so cleaned up. It sounds really good. But man, it's so fast.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer the Gene version, of course, because it's it's got that horror kind of thing to it. But the Paul version, very disco-y sounding kind of. It was interesting.
Yeah.
I kind of think it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll move on to the next one. Detroit Rock City with the alternate melodies and stuff. What do you think of that one?
I don't know if I heard that one. I'm sure I did.
Yeah.
I don't really remember the differences in that one though.
Yeah, it's a little more rambly,
Yeah.
Definitely you could tell that's what they came in with and it got worked out. Because it sounded like a great idea when he came in with it, but the third and fourth lines needed to change. It was too, and they fixed it, Mike D, any thoughts on Detroit Rock City?
Nah, not really much.
No, that's I gotta say though, man, what a bass line. That bass line.
Oh yeah, it's
so
great.
Good. It's so good. Which, I don't know if that was Ezra or Gene with that bass line. I think it was Ezra. That bass line was great, man. Okay. Love Is All Right. Damo.
It was, it's okay. I mean, most of these demos were just okay. I mean, nothing really stood out. I mean, a lot of them were became other songs.
Yes.
Actually, I think like the better one, like the best song was It's the Fire.
Yeah, and that's not on this one. We still think it was called Smoke, I think. Everybody thought it was called Smoke.
Right. Because I heard that on YouTube. Yeah, right. It's not on. I don't think it's on this version, right?
It's on the Super Deluxe. Yeah.
Yeah. So man, that should have been on like Rock and Roll Over or something, because that song is just a really good song. But
yeah,
honestly, everything else is just kind of like.
Yeah. Well, the Love Is All Right. Melody's okay, but the music's pretty good. But it's really rough. It's just an idea that's written down. I think a little bit waste of a vinyl for me.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't need to hear just one hook. And
hey, you said it. I didn't.
Yeah, you were thinking the same thing, right, Mike? Yeah, it wastes the vinyl in there. I mean, you like said, you could put something different on there.
But I guess for those people who collect vinyls and collect Kiss,
yeah, I gotta have the rarity.
Gotta have it all.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which is weird. I think I was like that at one time, and I'm definitely not like that now. I'm definitely not that.
Oh, me too. You know how many 9 Inch Nail CDs I had? Oh my God.
I'm sure, with all like alternative this and that.
Yeah, I can't do that anymore. It's just too much. And it's your fault. You got me back into the vinyls first.
I know. Mike's out of control right now, Dave. Out of control, like 4 a week. Right now, he's just buying them up. He just spent $70, or what you spend on that Cardiacs one? How much you spend on that?
That was at 75.
$75. Damn. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's more of a collector's thing at this point. Have fun. I have no kids. I don't have to worry about anything. So it's like,
right.
I'm the kid.
There you go. So that's my thinking for myself. Yeah. The Gene demos. I Don't Want a Romance, which turned into what did that turn into? One of them turned into Ladies' Room. This one might have been the one that turned into Ladies' Room.
Yeah.
It's decent, but then you see that I Don't Want a Romance also pops that line pops into Revenge. I don't want a romance. I don't want.
I just want
I just want it.
Yeah.
There you go. Yep. So it's how they recycle some stuff. Rock and Roll Rolls Royce, which I think turns into off Rock and Roll Over.
Yeah. Was that Love 'Em or Leave 'Em? Maybe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I kind of like that title.
We should have got Ahmed on here. He would have known it all. He would have known it.
Yeah.
Would have known it. We definitely would have known it.
Rock and Rolls Royce.
Yeah, which is cool.
It's like a you ever watch Wheel of Fortune?
Yeah.
Before and after, where they combine the like rock and roll.
Yeah, you got to get the two things.
Royce.
Yeah, bad. I mean, I'm kind of glad that didn't make.
Yeah.
It's not a bad song because there's elements that became Love and Leave 'Em, which is really cool. But yeah, I could do without that. And my favorite demo of the 2-disc set, Star. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
That was the one I think, Mike, you said you liked too. Had the Gene one.
Again, yeah, that the only and these are they're both on the Super Deluxe is the ones that really stood out. Like I said, it's the Fire, but also the Peter Criss song, Ain't None of Your Business. I thought that was the best.
That's
quality,
pretty cool. I heard that before.
Which it sounded like it almost made the record, I guess, but just because the quality was so good, like they really recorded, not just a demo. But I thought those were the two best. And
Don't You Hesitate. I thought I kind of like that one. I think.
Yeah. That one wasn't bad.
I think that could have been like on Dress to Kill or something,
Right.
But all in all, I'm happy with my purchase of the Kiss 45.
Yeah, I thought I paid 38.
Was it 45?
The 45-year deluxe. It was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant it was like the 45 speed.
No. But
I mean, I thought it was, well worth the money. I mean, I didn't feel ripped off or anything.
Yeah, I thought, under $40 on Amazon. Gatefold. Pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
Definitely pretty damn cool. And you got your hype sticker.
You saved
the hype for now. Yeah, you saved it. Total Kiss fan. Don't throw nothing out. All right, guys, let's move on to the next segment. All right, guys, let's go into the strange shit you can buy on Amazon. Let's start it off here first. Chip fingers, Damo. How about the chip fingers? What's your thoughts on this?
It's actually not a bad idea. I know you guys like the Takis, right?
Yeah, they're hot.
Man, after eating a bag of those, I mean, your fingers are like friggin' red, like fire engine red. And dude, it takes a lot to get that off. These chip fingers will be perfect for that. But I ain't paying $19 for chip fingers.
$19 for the chip fingers.
Yeah.
Mike D.
No. No, sorry.
Straight out no, that's it.
Just be a fucking man and just fucking grab the chip with your hand and fucking eat it. Like then because now you got these 3 little things you got to wash off after that. You could just wash your hand off.
True.
You know what?
Right.
Instead of chip fingers, have a little fucking wet nap. Oh wait, they already invented, right? So just bring a fucking wet nap. That's it.
There you go.
Like you gotta hold on. I gotta bring out my chip fingers before I reach in the bag. It's like come on, like if somebody, you'd make fun of them.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Wait, hold on a second.
Yeah. This is a job.
Let me put this is a job for chip fingers.
Yeah. It looks like way too much work. And even if you did buy them, you're going to use them once. Be like, yeah, fuck these things.
My little finger condoms.
Yeah.
Chip fingers. That's it is kind of funny though.
Yeah. You know, if you don't like getting that cheese dust on your fingers, Damo,
Ugh.
it is dishwasher friendly though. Just so you know, in case
There's a
you're
video on
interested.
YouTube. It's called
Really?
Try it before you buy it. Chip fingers.
Wow. There really is?
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
Now she found them for $8 on Amazon.
There you go. That's like maybe what, $2 each, right? You don't have
Yeah,
to do
they're finger guards. As she calls them. All right.
All right, we're moving on to the next one here.
Well, what you know,
What?
it's especially now, everybody's with this rubber glove craze and shit. You know, I'm sure people got rubber gloves in their house to reach into the bag.
Right. Same thing.
Yeah. Too much.
So, yeah, pointless.
Yeah, pointless. I agree. How about this weird karaoke thing? A microphone that connects back to your own earbud in case you can't get enough of your own voice.
That's dumb. That's for people that love. You ever hear that saying? Oh, he likes the sound of his voice.
Oh, man, the sound of
People-
its own voice.
Perfect for that person. They
Weird,
like to hear
man.
themselves talk.
Dude, that'll set you back $70.
Yeah, not bad.
Well, you know what though, and I don't know. I could be wrong. Like you're in the band and stuff like that. Like you could use that, like when you need to be quiet or something like that. You can.
Good point. I'll tell you what. I'll
So-
tell you why that's a good point, Mike. Donnie. who-
Oh, I know all about that.
yeah. There is a
But go
trick.
ahead. Let's hear.
There is a trick, and I do use this trick once in a while. If you get a cup and sing into a cup, you could sing full blown, and you really can't hear it. So if you want to practice and you want to try and stay quiet, you sing into a cup, and you can practice that way, and it actually works. So
You know what? We can make an invention, and we're going to call it iCup.
yeah,
ICUP.
There's some singers that will like scream into a pillow before they go on stage as like a warm-up technique, just to get their vocal cords going instead of like singing. Like they'll just scream into a pillow. You know?
Right. Yeah. So the trick probably does work, but you could buy a dollar cup. You get a bunch of cups for $1 and just do it.
And guess what?
Really, I think this was just made from egomaniacs, though.
Yeah.
Guess what though? When this breaks, snip the end of it, make a beer bong out of it. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you have it. Moving on to more ridiculous stuff. You might need these fish slippers.
Stupid. It's just a novelty thing you buy at Spencer's.
Yeah.
In the gag aisle.
I won't be wearing these, Damo.
Nah. Hey man, if you got that special someone who's an avid fisher, it's a perfect gift.
It's I like to demand.
You can always just buy one and show up in the bedroom. Hey, look what happened, hon.
Yeah, I think we're all going to pass right on this fish slipper thing. Rattlesnake in a can. Would you try this, Damo?
Ooh, edible. It's canned edible smoked rattlesnake.
Yes.
Nah, no thanks.
Mike, you would?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. One, it's in a can. That's right.
Well, I mean, how do you prepare it? Like, I would try it, but how do you? Is it like tuna fish, or is it like?
Yeah.
Nah.
Or is it just a whole snake like spiraled in there?
Yeah. It's probably
Weird.
it's probably canned rattlesnake isn't for the faint of heart.
I wonder if it is a whole rattlesnake.
It looks, from the video I see, it looks like a
Hmm.
rattlesnake they pull out.
That's crazy. I mean,
rattlesnake in a can. Oh yeah.
that
Yeah, but
sounds-
Did you have?
it's the meat. It's the meat of it's not actually, you're not actually like pulling out a snake.
oh, okay.
So
Like tuna fish or something, like Mike said.
right. Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I probably wouldn't try it.
Well, you saw the alligator I showed you.
Yeah. Yeah. That looked crazy too. We could buy the fucking alligator.
Yeah.
Crazy. Oh, here goes another musical instrument. The nose flute. Damo. The nose flute.
It's another gag.
You might as well get the ass flute. You know?
Yeah.
Would you buy this thing? It's only $15.
Nah. It's something you pull out when you're drunk at a party.
Mike D. No fear.
Yeah, that'll be the next things we have to wear over our fucking faces.
Listen, we're all getting together. You got your mask on.
You can put that. Here we go. You put that.
Nobody could. Yeah, you can't talk
underneath
anymore.
the
You just have
Yeah.
to.
Put that underneath the mask. You could,
To whistle while you work.
Yeah, you got some talent.
Okay, now this next one, I'm actually interested in this, and I think we might have to buy these and try these. Strange flavored soda. You got buffalo wing soda, sweet corn soda, pumpkin pie soda, ranch dressing soda, and peanut butter and jelly soda. Damo, what's your thoughts on these?
That's disgusting.
Yeah, we're gonna have to try these.
You're usually daring, Dame. No,
Nah.
I don't know, Mike D.
I would definitely try this. Yeah.
I would try. It'd probably be gross, but I would try it.
Oh, it's definitely gonna be gross. There's a bacon one out there too.
I can't. Ugh. Yeah, I think we should get them and have Damo try them. I think it might be a fun episode. He might like. You never know. It might be like, oh, that sweet corn, some good shit.
It might be good. You never know.
I'll tell you this next one I like.
I like this next one, but the price is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
$48.
and
A USB fridge, Damo.
USB fridge. I think it's a pretty cool idea.
You can only fit one can.
Yeah, well, it's good for. I don't know. I don't know what it's good for. I just like the idea. It's a novelty thing to keep at my desk at work. Open it up, pull out a.
Soda's always cold.
Soda.
It's always cold.
Get like 3 of them.
If it was like $25,
yeah, get like 3 of them.
I wonder what they go for on Amazon. That can't be the right price.
48, I seen it for. Listen, if it's in Five Below, I'm buying it. Absolutely.
35, I see.
Okay, we got a better price. If Five Below carries it, I'll pick it up. Guaranteed.
Dude, that's a total Five Belower.
Mm-hmm.
That thing.
Guess what?
I buy it.
If it was $10, I'd buy it.
Yeah, same.
You got to remember, it might have like Freon in there. Who knows?
I'll get the fuck out.
Well, it's a refrigerator. That's what refrigerators use,
Yeah, maybe, I guess.
They have like coolants. I don't know what's in that one, but I would think it would have some kind of coolant in there,
I mean, it looks like it's totally plastic, right? It looks like it's plastic to me.
Yeah.
Interesting. This next one, I could see Nutballs using this. No touch door opener.
Oh, I've seen them. them.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, there's germaphobes that will absolutely use these.
The price ain't bad either. You get 4 of them for $8 or something like that, $7.29. And
yeah. Hey man, if I know someone who's like a total germaphobe, I think it's actually like a pretty decent gift for them.
Yeah, a little stocking stuffer.
Being serious. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, what?
It's neat.
No germaphobe will not touch money. Every germaphobe I know.
Oh yeah.
Always touch the money.
Money changes everything.
Yep. And that's like some of the worst shit to touch. But
that's the worst thing to touch, probably.
They'll have their own pen, but
I don't
take the money.
Dude, I don't do cash that much anymore. I hardly ever have cash.
Yeah, a
do
lot of
everything
people
with my
don't do
card.
cash. Yeah,
I do both. I mean, I like to keep a little bit of cash, and then I use the Apple Pay on my phone.
Yeah,
but
a lot of people use cards.
No, I still like to have something like to be able to.
Yeah, you never know.
What happens when everything goes down? Okay, my card's not working, but
yeah,
I got the cash.
Right.
But from working in the store forever, people use a lot of cards, man.
Cards a lot more these days. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, more and more. It's just easier. I mean, look at all that, and I don't know much about it, but everybody uses if I say it right, Venmo.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody fucking uses Venmo, and it's huge right now. I mean, like, look, if I owed you $5, just I could just Venmo it to you, and it goes.
You owe me $5. I want $5.
yeah. You don't have to hear any of that. Let me go to the ATM. Let me go to the bank.
It's 2 seconds. It's quick, right, Dane?
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking about putting up the Tasty Cakes T-shirt and also the Monte Carlo T-shirt, and we're probably going to accept, if we could, that Venmo, because it's just easy.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, is there a big fee? There's probably not even a big fee.
There's definitely a fee on it. Definitely.
A small one, maybe, right now.
Yeah.
That's even better.
Well, some banks are like free, I think. Like if you're with them, I don't know, but I never really look into that. I don't know.
I mean, there's no fee when
I have the PayPal.
When I use it now, PayPal, yeah. I mean, if you purchase goods, they'll charge it. But if you're sending money to someone, you can just do like say it's friends and family.
PayPal, I think, charges the recipient, not the person that's paying.
I think so. Yeah.
Right. But I mean, the Venmo, whatever the fuck it's called, that's I think it's a great idea. I mean, it's quick. Everybody I know that uses it, it's like immediate. I think
it is. Yeah, it's instant.
And people, listen, if you got $100 in your pocket or you got a credit card, it's a lot easier to use that card. People spend with that card. You know, it's like being at the casino. You know, you don't get cash. Cash, you're thinking twice, but you get chips. You don't think. It's just a thing. You know,
right?
It's not. It's just the same. It's the same, but it's not the same. But so people put it on their card way quicker than take the money out of their pocket. Because, like Mike said, you want to have something in your pocket just in case. You know. All right. So the no touch door opener. I think it's a pretty cool idea. It's a fun little idea.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen them in Walgreens and stuff. So that's a real thing.
Mike, have you seen them or no?
Oh yeah, I've seen them in like catalogs and stuff online. Yeah,
but damn, you actually seen them physically?
Oh, I've seen them. Yeah,
that's pretty well. Yeah. Oh, this one, the poop knife. Oh, where my picture went, but there is a knife. It looks like a plastic knife. And if you go to the bathroom and it won't go down, you can cut it. It's like $20 though. You could use anything.
Wait a minute. What?
Yes.
Are you fucking kidding? Wait, come on. I've never had that happen.
I know people have happened to. They've never happened to me, but I've heard stories.
Wait, do you mean cutting it before it goes down the toilet, or you cutting it when it gets stuck in your shoe?
I don't know. I ain't going that far into it.
Well,
dude,
this is already disgusting enough. I mean, what the fuck? Like, I've never had to.
I guess if it don't flush, then you're gonna make an adjustment.
You know,
I've taken some pretty big craps before. Let me tell you.
What's that, Damo?
You can fix that just by eating more Fiber One bars.
I probably took a 5-quart crap before, and it went down the toilet.
Yeah, eat a Lenny and Larry cookie. You won't have that problem. No problem. Okay, moving on to this one. I'm gonna have to cash in on this one. A device that stops annoying dogs from barking. $29.99.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that one every time I go to your house.
The Barks Buddy. Yeah, they don't stop, Dame, right?
Man, they just don't. I just want to be friends with them, and they just keep on barking at me.
She's quiet tonight. For some reason, she's quiet tonight.
Shh.
Yeah, she's sleeping.
No,
Mike,
she's up.
The Barks Buddy, Mike. What do you think of that one?
Yeah, they have it for people.
Yeah, I wish I'd be using it right now. Yeah, I mean, it don't hurt the dog. I guess it's some kind of wave signal or some crazy shit like that. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it works. I have no clue.
I mean, this dog looked happy with it, so
yeah, the dog is very, very happy.
Yeah.
Mixtapes and tasty cakes. See you next week.